Esto es lo que hay. ¿Qué más? What's next? Stay tuned.
Mira este palomo. Él no me da nada, él tiene todo eso.
Salud.
Dame algo allá al pueblo, por favor. Tengo hambre, estoy en olla. Rico, dame algo de ahí.
Buen provecho, Rico. Dice buen provecho, Rico.
Buen provecho, pero con Dios todo posible, con Dios. Dame algo por ahí. I just stole a chip.
So who would think that Amiga Loca and the false pregnancy allegation will be having a conversation as I'm on my way home tonight?
Conversation with who? You?
With each other.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
those girls.
They were at the bar next to Mama Wama.
They must have been talking about you.
Well, the Amiga looked annoyed because I'm, her dream killer while she was working some old guy, and then
Why do you say me there so much?
she's working. And then the other one, I popped out because I was sitting at the little stool in front. Me and John were for a minute, and then me and Gil. And then the pregnancy allegation one, who I might add is looking kind of cute these days. After 3 years ago, she comes by, and then I pop out. I'm just standing out front looking at the traffic, and she's like, comes up to me like, when I'm gonna see you or whatever. And I look out of the corner of my worst eye, and the Amiga still got that, frustrated, angry look of her dreams being shattered as she's talking to me. But then I go in, pay my bill, and I'm leaving, and they're having a conversation. Probably nothing to do with me, but just coincidence.
Everything to do with you. Why did you
Coincidence.
break the girls' dreams?
Because,
This girl didn't even have the Eric AC on them. Me voy. Ahí no está bueno.
que la que hay, mi gente, ricotorodrpr. Yeah. Back on the home front, in the dirty suit. So, salud to you, wherever you are. Hope you're well. Also, salud and shout out to Drew. Cool brother just met. Threw a drink my way. I appreciate it. So, anyways, most of y'all that have met me in person, in addition to basically what you see is what you get, have experienced a lot of, they've met a lot of subjects of my video. Case in point, besides the notorious Loca, last night, the pregnancy allegation was in the building by Mama Juana Cafe. So, shout out to Alberto, the boss at Mama Juana. Shout out to his ladies, Yanni, Eden, and the new one. You're gonna like how I say the new one's name. How you say the new one's name? Rosa Angelica. Rosa.
We're in a dark alley right now.
We're in a dark alley right now.
Dark alley right now.
The dark alley, aka Mama Juana Cafe.
Come through.
Best crawfish and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Mama Juana.
Pabst Blue Ribbon on draft.
And the bowling alley's in the back.
Yes, we're bratwurst.
Old Kowalski's back there.
We're bratwurst.
The old style.
And 10-cent wings. Speaking of food, we go back to the States for a minute. So me and my pops were out running some errands, and I'm like, all right, before I go in Walmart, I need something to eat. So we pull in a McDonald's drive-thru, right? Just suburban Virginia, right? Nothing special. For two, I think it's a number 3 value meal. Quarter pounder with cheese meals. we substitute the soft drinks for shakes. And the guy's like 22.37. And so I says, come again? You know, I'm like, this is like airport pricing or Penn Station pricing or Disney World pricing, not your typical like strip mall McDonald's location pricing. But I guess that's just a sign of the times, you know, inflation. So, anyways, you know, it was a good trip seeing Pops. He's 82. We took a 4-hour road trip from Northern Virginia to the great state of West Virginia to my 86-year-old Aunt Rita to visit her. I haven't seen her in like 15 years. So the whole thing about this trip is like, because I can't drive because of the vision issues. So I'm on pins and needles. Like I'm praying we make the 4-hour trip up. I'm like, okay, we're leaving in 2 days. We made it there safely, thank God. You know, so I'm like, how is this gonna go on the way home? I just pray we get back safely. So I'm just on pins and needles, you know, because I don't want it to be the one time that, you know, God forbid, a family accident or injury or health problem to my pops or somebody close to me keeps me there longer than I want to be there. So like I say, it's just nerve-wracking. But other than that, like I say, it was a short trip. Always good to see the family. You know, so yeah, just a little stressful, I must say. Imagine this. When I'm going through customs here, one lady federale or customs agent asked me how long I was in DR, and I'm like, 6 months, más o menos. And she's like, okay, you gotta pay your exit tax. I said, okay. And she says, follow this agent, another female officer. And then she says to me, by the way, she's single. Now, in the States, had a customs agent or anybody, just about anywhere, said that, you know, somebody would be offended or that's harassment, sexual harassment, assault, or some other BS. Because everybody is sensitive and offended about something, you know. So, you know, that had me leave with a smile, and like, that's why I love this place. I didn't get her number though, because, well, I just didn't. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just thinking I gotta get there safely, see the family. So, you know, I'm back here. The team is caught up. The main member of the team, she's the only one that knew exactly when I was coming back. Saw her yesterday. And it was kind of an ambitious night between Merengue Bar. Shout out to Hennessy. Today's her birthday. 28 years young. So, you know, 3 years younger than me. I'm 32. Believe that, I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. But that's a good number to say I'm going to always be 32. So, it's her birthday tonight. Maybe I'll take her on a date to the casino or somewhere after hours. She would really like that. So, it was an ambitious night last night between Merengue and Mama Juan Cafe. And I went to Playa Chiquita to the casino. Since things were open until 2 a.m. on the street, the casino didn't really get rocking until late. And, you know, but, you know, we basically were sitting outside by the front bar, which is just a chill place. You got a cool group of friends that just gather, and you see everybody come and go through there, you know, rather than the hustle and bustle and fighting the crowd. you know, in the disco. But, you know, I popped in there. I didn't pay, but I popped in for a second. Decent crowd, you know, lots of talent, lots of eye candy, all shapes and sizes, chubbies and lovelies, flacas and sexies, goofy bodies, chubbies and lovelies, monkey bear, shout out TMI. Just a good night. So I end up running into one that I was with once before. She's real pretty in my opinion, but she has a lot of rules. I mean, I'm a firm believer in, you know, playing the game safely, but she does have a deal breaker rule, in my opinion. Not gonna get into it, but you know, I whispered in her ear a few times randomly, on random different occasions since the last time I see her out, how, you know, I would like to handle business, but I never like took her on those nights or invited her. So last night I take her after whispering similar talk, and we get back, and she's got even more rules. So after a drunken half-ass attempt, I'm like, all right, let's just go to sleep. She insists on keeping the air on all night, but she's like freezing up to her head in covers. And then when I find out she's got more rules, like hold me this way, or you turn over and let me hold you that way because it's warmer. You got a warm back, Rico, or some craziness. So I'm like, she got a lot of rules. I mean, you know, she didn't want much from me, but she does command a lot in general. But you know, she killed the fantasy of me being the guy to break down the rules. But I had to try, I had to see. So this morning, I had to call my little gangster chick, little bulldog, to, you know, well, she called me, and I'd invite her after breakfast to empty the chamber. So, click, click, empty the chamber. Brrr. So, by the way, another thing. Some of y'all are annoyed when rico.toro rolls the R's. But the other 85% and the 97.2% that have met me in person will always say the same thing. They'll say they've been practicing rolling the R's. And they'll try to roll the R's because they like that. They like that. So it's kind of quiet out here. Kind of quiet. So yeah. Sorry if some of y'all are annoyed, but you're still watching if you're at this point.
We'll watch.
Like I say, the 97.6% that have met me, they like it when I roll the R's. You know?
Monkey bears.
Monkey bears.
Unite.
Shout out to Mamawana Cafe again. Had a good karaoke show last night. You know? It was worthwhile. We had a good mix of everybody. You know, whether they're local, whether they're on vacation, or whether they're expats living here. It was a good combination, which is how I like to do things, you know, mixing it up, mixing the people up, you know, not just similar groups with similar groups of hoes. You know, I like it mixed up. You know me. So, what's next for me? After recalculating and resetting for a week off, will I travel the countryside looking for a quote-unquote nice girl to marry? Will I reverse the vasectomy and try to knock somebody up? Will I marry a Mia Loca? Will I embrace the hound that I kind of am and not be so discreet? You know, and just do whatever, not giving a damn? Or will I rest more Go to the gym an extra day. Will I get spinal infusion surgery? What's next? Salud. We're just living. We're feeling it out. Continuing to enjoy. And I hope to see some of you guys real soon. Hit that button. Hit that sub if you haven't. Rico.t.toro. Real life experience. Personal observation. Out.